Hey everyone, it's tea time with the diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, and let's get into it. This tea time is dedicated to Diddy. You know, his children are the people that I feel most sorry for. I feel sorry for the children, and many people say, Diva, they're not kids anymore. I believe Justin Combs is 30. Christian Combs, and they call him King Combs, is 25. Quincy, not his biological son, but pretty much raised by Diddy, right? I forgot how old Quincy is. And the twin daughters are almost 18. I believe they turned 18 in December. And baby love is a baby, okay? And then this other daughter, I can't remember her age because you see her in a lot of the pictures, but I don't even remember her name, and not hearing too much from her right now. But the twins, King Combs, they seem to be really hurt, suffering, and kind of crying out a little bit. And the other day, I want to say King Combs wrote on his Instagram, he just had a message say, "Stop the cap." And now the twin daughters are speaking out. Listen, to the world, Diddy is a monster. To the world, Diddy allegedly, if he did touch underage children and involve these underage minors in his activities, he is really sinister. To the world, if he did what the world heard about him allegedly doing to Usher, he's a monster. It appears like he perhaps did something to Justin Bieber when he was a minor. He's a monster. But his children probably did not ever see that side of their dad. And they're thinking in their head, like, why is everyone doing this to my dad? Why is everyone who 2 seconds ago loved him and now they hate him? They say it's a thin line between love and hate. And that thin line has now shown up in Diddy's life. All the people that was hanging with him, down with him, chilling with him, partying with him, they have crossed the line to the let's distance ourselves. Let's act like we don't like him either. Let's act like maybe perhaps we were not at said parties. Now, a lot of things that Diddy is being accused of, and when I say things, I'm talking about, I'm going to call them orgies. I'm going to call them swinger parties. The problem with Diddy is he started to do the Bill Cosby with these parties, which once you do that, I no longer can consent to anything that you're doing to me because you gave me some substance that perhaps either knocked me out, had me delirious, where I didn't even know what was going on. I'm like wobbly or blindly walking into a room. Someone else perhaps is undressing me, and then things are happening to me. And then I wake up the next day and be like, oh my God, I don't have my clothes on. My body hurts. What's going on? But let me swing back and get back to the children. Daughters are speaking out and saying, they're very sad and disheartened by everything that's happened to their dad. And then, as I stated, let me share the screen real quick. The Shade Room captured this message from King Combs, where he said, "Stop with the cat." So they're going through it right now because their dad is going through it. And that's where I say extra shame on Diddy. Shame on Diddy if all the things he's being accused of he did, and shame on Diddy to not realize that at some point, all of these things that he was doing, it was going to impact his offspring. And he has 7. Listen, guys, we're going to get more into this story right after this. All right, guys, let me go ahead and share screen. So Diddy's twins supporting dad amid probe. They don't feel he deserves it. The twins are absolutely gorgeous. Um, and they wouldn't, right? They wouldn't feel that he deserves it because that's not the side of their dad that they know. They don't know all the deeds that he's being accused of if he did or didn't really do them. They don't see that side. He probably sheltered them from it. I mean, listen, that $40 million mansion on Star Island, it's a whole block or 2 blocks or 3 blocks or 4 blocks or 5 blocks. I'm sure. And then he bought a property right next door. So I'm sure at night he was like, okay, y'all stay in the main house. I'll be back. I'm going over here. Daddy's going to party. And they didn't see all the sinister things that probably went on at said party. So Diddy twin daughters are rallying behind their dad during this difficult time. And what's more, they don't think he deserves having his life turned upside down, TMZ has learned. Sources with direct lines tell us 17-year-olds Delilah and Jesse have proven to be incredibly resilient after dealing with the death of their mother, Kim Porter, in 2018. And as a result, we're hearing they aren't all that worried about what's going on with their dad. Now, that's kind of scary because Diddy's probably in denial himself. So probably how could he prepare the kids? But they're in denial. And it's going to be a sad day when they knock on his door or they catch Diddy in the street somewhere and they lock him up. I hope behind the scenes, even though they're 17, listen, that's still young. They still need their parents. I mean, they have their brothers, but I think their brothers, at least at the very least, King Combs / Christian Combs, because he's one and the same. I think he's going to be another one that's in high level denial too. Because he's 25 and he wrote Stop the Cat. So we need somebody in this situation that's going to be level-headed and think to themselves, okay, what's plan B? When they come pick up daddy, how are we going to pick up the pieces and make sure our sisters don't fall through the cracks? I'm hoping maybe behind the scenes, Kimora Lee Simmons is preparing to snatch these girls up, show them love, and help them navigate their way through this world without daddy being on the free side of the world. At the very least, if I even forget about, let's toss to the side for 1.2 seconds, all the SA cases, all the accusations of the minors and all of that, all the accusations of him harming people. He has this one young lady that is relentless, that way back in 1999 in that club, she's standing on business saying that Diddy is the one that pow-powed her. And she still wants justice. So you got individuals like her out there that have been speaking up from day one, and you got the other ones that are in their home right now, mustering up the courage to say, Diddy did XYZ to me. So gorgeous family he has. They're absolutely beautiful, but I'm going to need somebody to go there, shake them, and wake them up, because right now Diddy's in denial. But he should be sitting down with his whole clan, loving on them, telling daddy did some things, telling that he's looking into daddy, they're coming for daddy. And if the day comes when they pick me up, I want y'all to stay strong as a unit and know that I got some money over here where y'all gonna have to use that money and make that money last, because there's people in the world, just because your last name is Combs, they might give you the side eye because of me. Your legacy matters. And he left behind, or he's leaving behind, a nasty, filthy legacy that all these Combs kids are going to have to carry because they have his last name. So let's continue here. Sources with direct knowledge tell us the 17-year-olds, Delilah and Jesse, have proven to be incredibly resilient after dealing with the death of their mother, Kim Porter, in 2018. As a result, we're hearing they aren't all that worried about what's going on with their dad. We told they had been left dumbfounded by the chaos surrounding their father, But despite everything, they still see him as a good guy. And what's happening to him right now is totally unwarranted. Oh, they living in a bubble. But the thing is, they have lived in a bubble their whole entire life. Our sources tell us the teens have good souls and are backing their dad in everything he's facing right now, which was evident by the fact that they hit up Top Golf in Miami Thursday evening with daddy, flashing smiles no less as a show of support for their pops. They're little cutie pies. Because they grew up in just uber rich, I don't even know. I mean, here it is. It's easier to judge from I was dirt poor to now I got all of this money versus I have all of this money and now I'm dirt poor. I don't even know if these girls ever had to go to the supermarket to buy their own milk and eggs, or have they ever been in a Target. I think they press buttons, or they call people, or they shop when the store was closed. This is going to be a lot for them. Remember, the twins were smiling and putting a united front with Diddy, despite a tumultuous week that saw their dads, Miami and LA homes, raided by Homeland Security. TMZ broke the story that federal agents zeroed in on electronics, including cell phones and computers, and are issuing a slew of subpoenas to companies tied to Diddy. They're especially interested in the manifest from private jet companies to unravel who Diddy might have flown in, if anybody, from state to state, or even from out of the country. Here's the thing that I don't know. Listen, a criminal is a criminal and a liar is a liar. I was asking this back when the first lawsuit came out, where the Jane Doe said at 17 she was in Detroit. She met some of Diddy's associates in a club, and she got on a private jet with them and flew to New York. And that's where all the said things that was sinister happened to her. And then she said the next thing you know, she woke back up and she was back in Detroit, Michigan. Now, I don't know if they put that person, you're supposed to. Now, we know you're supposed to, but listen, you're also not supposed to get on private jets with street pharmaceutical substances, but they do, right? Because we see that when he was about to get on the jet his private jet, the day that his homes were being raided, he had the drug mill there and he had substances on him ready to get on the jet. So they never did anything correctly. So I'm just wondering if when they was flying these people that perhaps shouldn't have been flown from here to there to everywhere, were their names even on the manifest? I don't know. And of course, I'm sure we all know, but I'll just say this. Your name needs to be on there because at any given time, if a jet goes down, a plane crashes, that's why you can't just be, when you get, for the regular folks, when you get on a plane, you can't just be switching your seat from here to there, whatever. Why? Because if the plane crashes and they see, this, that, and the other, they see a body or they can't find your body, they'll know, okay, well, hold on, wait a minute. Diva was sitting in aisle E, seat 23A. And now we see seat 23A here is empty. Diva's body is missing. We can't find it. I don't know if you're doing criminal activity and you got an underage chick and you're about to fly that chick from this state to that state or from here to there, if you would put their name on the manifest on your private jet. I don't know. I'm just saying. But they are trying to get all of those records. And I also don't know how long they have to keep that documentation. Because the one Jane Doe, her situation happened over 20 years ago. How long are they supposed to maintain these records? We need someone that works in the airport for the airline to let us know. So even though Diddy is clearly a target in a federal ST probe that's just getting started, we're told the girls are standing by him and don't think he's done anything wrong. Well, listen, who would not stand by their father? And I know people, a lot of times when situation happens, people like, I would never, not me. But in the meantime, back at their home, they're doing the very thing that they say, I would never. Oh, if my husband did that to me, I would divorce him. I would never. And meantime, people stay with their cheating husbands, boyfriends for decades. Oh, I would never, and they would, and they could, and they have. Okay, so there are people that marry, what is serial emmers that are behind bars. You already know that the person was convicted of such crime, and these people get married behind bars. These ladies start writing them and marrying them. So I only bring up those scenarios. Why? To say that I could understand. I can understand completely how his kids are standing by him, perhaps in the dark, and thinking their dad has done absolutely nothing wrong. Oh, beautiful, beautiful girls. But he has a gorgeous children. My heart breaks for them. Because I think if it was me, I'm not going to lie to you. If Diddy was my dad, and if I never seen anything crazy, I would be probably standing by my dad too. I would probably be in denial too. Especially if I was the 17-year-old twins. I mean, you 17. Yeah, I would be standing by my dad. And especially because now my mother is gone. All I have left is daddy. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget, guys, hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next video.